In August of 1812, a Swiss explorer named Johann Ludwig Burckhardt was walking through the Levant dressed as a Muslim merchant from India. He adopted the alias Sheikh Ibrahim ibn Abdallah to avoid being killed by local Bedouin tribes who fiercely guarded the desert against foreign treasure hunters. Burckhardt heard rumors of magnificent ruins hidden nearby. To get past the guards, he fabricated a religious vow, claiming he needed to travel through a forbidden valley to sacrifice a goat at the tomb of the prophet Aaron. His guides led him into the Sick, a treacherous, incredibly narrow rock canyon. The passageway plunged deep into the red sandstone, winding tightly for over a mile, with walls rising hundreds of feet on either side. When he finally cleared the canyon, he found a sprawling, ornate metropolis carved directly into the rock faces. He had walked into Petra. The sheer scale of the city was staggering. For centuries, this spectacularly intact ancient capital had been completely hidden from the outside world, its location guarded fiercely by the local Bedouin tribes who lived among the ruins. The architectural grandeur of Petra placed it firmly alongside the greatest cities of Greece and Rome. It featured a massive rock-cut amphitheater, colossal temples, and hundreds of elaborate tombs. Yet it sat in the middle of a barren, inhospitable wasteland. The region receives very little rainfall and lacks timber, arable land, and natural resources. Why would anyone build a luxury metropolis in a desert canyon? How did they afford to carve palaces out of solid sandstone? And why did they leave it all behind? This first-century trade map shows Petra positioned as an unavoidable geographic choke point. South Arabian resins traveled north along the Incense Road. Simultaneously, Indian goods like pepper traveled the Eastern Road. Both routes converged exactly at Petra before branching out to wealthy Mediterranean markets. By controlling this geographic nexus, the Nabataeans forced ancient global luxury trade directly through their hands. The desert was lethal, but the Nabataeans provided vital water and safe passage. In exchange, they levied heavy taxes on every passing caravan. This sheer volume of traffic made the Nabataeans astronomically rich, accumulating enormous capital without manufacturing any luxury goods themselves. Petra was the ancient equivalent of the Suez Canal. It was a city whose entire existence was predicated on a monopoly over logistics. In 106 AD, the Roman Empire annexed the territory, incorporating it as the province Arabia Petraea. Rome's military absorbed the Nabataean Kingdom, but the fatal blow to Petra's wealth was logistical innovation. Greek and Roman sailors mastered the seasonal monsoon winds of the Indian Ocean, figuring out how to ride the massive currents safely and predictably. This illustration shows the scale of the ships they used. Instead of relying on slow overland caravans, merchants began loading these massive cargo vessels in India and sailing them directly up the Red Sea to Egypt, bypassing the Arabian desert entirely. This direct maritime route eradicated the need for Nabataean water and overland tolls. It instantly destroyed Petra's economic monopoly and rendered its location irrelevant. Once global shipping pivoted to the sea, the highly lucrative land caravans simply stopped coming. The bustling toll booths went quiet. Then the compounding disasters hit. In 363 AD, a devastating earthquake battered the city. Without the steady flow of trade revenue, Petra no longer had the capital to rebuild its vital water management systems. By the time of the Islamic conquests in the 7th century, the once booming metropolis was abandoned, slipping out of global memory. A city built entirely on taxing a supply chain has no backup economy when the shipping lanes move. It wasn't until Johann Ludwig Burckhardt made his way through that narrow canyon in 1812 that Petra's existence was verified for the West. His meticulous, undercover journaling brought the site back from obscurity. Today, we look at Petra as a mystical ancient ruin, romanticized in pop culture as a hidden temple of secrets. But its historical reality was much more pragmatic. It was a ruthless, highly efficient corporate logistics hub. Now Petra stands as a 2,000-year-old warning. No matter how wealthy a monopoly becomes, a single technological pivot in global supply chains can turn a booming metropolis into an empty tomb.